At IA, we always remember that parents are the first teachers, right? As parents, and we always encourage parents to stay the learning directors, and that's who we have. Our parents now more and more reflect that more and more, and it's such a pleasure to relate to parents that way and to see parents step up in that way. And our next set, Mama Jawana and Baba Shimshindu, uh, they're that. Mama Jawana has her own school too. Her own. She teaches students as well. And Mama Jawana, make sure you put your website into the link as into the chat as well. She actually serves younger students, younger than we do, and I've been sending her some folks. Um, so, and I want to say too, while I bring them forward, they hosted us 2 years ago. We took a tour. We did a Southeast tour.
Last
Uh,
year.
was it? Well, it wasn't this summer. Well, a summer ago, I guess, right? Yeah, couldn't do it this summer. We wanted to, couldn't do it, COVID-19, right? And we were treated so well by so many folks. Mama Donata, Baba Brian hosted us there in New Jersey. We made a stop in DC. We saw Mama Kali. Um, we actually stopped by Lexington too on the way back, as I think about it, with Mama Sherry. So we were just so well cared for, including by Mama Jawana and Baba Simshindo. We want to thank them for that. And their daughter, um, where's my mind?
Jabea.
Sabea. Of course, I know her. And I just think about those uniforms, Mama Joanna. So if you would talk about that, I want to tell y'all that Baba Wekesa had the pleasure of going on to what was it? Which was a meeting, a big gathering of Let Us Make Man. Baba Mauli had a piece about COVID-19. They wanted him to talk about the Angola protocol. And Baba Wekesa wore his jacket, his lab jacket, right? And Baba Mauli is an attorney. So about 3 times he gave a disclaimer. We're not trying to give you medical advice. We are not medical doctors, because Baba Wekesa looked so much so, I guess, the part. So much so a scientist, which is what we're after, that Jabea stepped up to make happen. Mama Jawana.
Peace, everyone. Yeah, that story is actually funny with the jacket. When Mama Afia and Baba Wekesa came to visit, Baba Wekesa happened to find out that Jabea was sewing her own clothes. She has her own clothing line. And so he was like, she made this stuff? And we were like, yeah. He said, well, I have some ideas for a lab coat. And he was just talking about his vision, and he's wearing it right now. And Jabea was like, okay, well, I'll help, I'll do it. And so that's where that came from. And so she went ahead and made his vision plain and provided the coats for the students. So we're just grateful that you even asked her to do that. And she had an opportunity to share her gift. She was very happy to do that for everyone. But as far as Aya, I always say we've been following Aya since Jabea was 2, actually. And she'll be 13 this year. We knew we wanted to homeschool long term. And at that time, we had our own homeschool cooperative starting, because she was just a toddler. So we were kind of just looking ahead at options for, well, when she's middle school, what are we going to do? So we're just looking around, and we happened to stumble upon Aya. And so we were like, oh my gosh, like the vision, everything here lines up to what we were hoping that our child would have. And so we just started going to open houses and just kind of seeing, what was actually involved with the program. And so we loved what we heard, and we were like, yeah, as soon as she's of age, she will be a part of the community. So we kind of just followed until Jabea was old enough. And this year her sister will be participating for the first time as a 6th grader. Yeah, so I would just have to say the energy is what we love most about Aya. It's just very family oriented, and the students are really loved and they're really nurtured. And just the fact that Jabea is in a class and she is encouraged to use her creativity to research and to, expand upon the things that, she doesn't know, and the things she knows, and she's allowed to kind of express those in a creative manner. I like the engagement. And she is a very creative child. So she needs the type of environment where she can use her creativity. And I love, she's only taken Baba Wekesa's classes so far. She's part-time, but it's not true. She hasn't only taken Baba
She
Wekesa's
took the young sisters class too.
Oh,
Can't remember her name. The acting
Mama,
class.
is that Camille?
No, it was the young sister who did the storytelling class, I believe.
Yes.
She was in college at the time.
Yeah, Farasha.
Farasha,
Yeah,
yes. I'm
Farasha.
sorry, I forgot about that. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So she's been involved with the two teachers that have allowed her to express herself, and that's what we love most about the program. And the students really care for each other, and they're pushed to do their best. And so that's why we love the program, and we can't wait for our other daughter to participate in the fall. I don't know if you want to say anything else.
Yeah, I mean, my wife pretty much said everything, but I mean, she said we started following Baba Wekesa and Mama Afia around the time she was 2. It was way before that. I've been a kind of a Aya stalker for probably the last 20 years. So, I mean, I remember when y'all had the little Ayo avatar on the website.
Hey, woo!
So I was prepping for it for a while, way before she was born. So my memory extends a little bit beyond my wife's, but yeah, no, it's just been incredible. It's been incredible. I think Mama Kali probably said it best. The rigor is the most important part. I mean, I see the stuff that they do on a daily basis, and I tell people all the time, this is graduate level work, and they're 12, 13, 14 years old, and they're taking on assignments that, most 25-year-olds and, sometimes PhD programs would have a difficult time kind of mastering and handling. And so, the rigor is important, but most importantly, it's a really nurturing environment. And, the kind of the love and the discipline Baba Wekesa kind of yields out. I mean, there's no games, but it's all in love. And so they're really taught to, be self-disciplined, be self-motivated, and they're pushed really hard. So, I mean, I can't say, there's just not enough words to say how much we appreciate the entire experience. The first day that school ends in the spring, Jabe is already saying, I can't wait for Aya to start back. I can't wait for Aya to start back.
Yes.
She's sad on the weekends when she doesn't get to go to school.
Super sad.
Yeah, I mean, she's a little bit of a nerd, but but it's because of kind of the structure of the entire program, and really kind of the example that Baba Wekesa has set for the other instructors as well. So if you have any hesitation, let that leave your mind now. Just go all in, commit to it. Your children will benefit kind of beyond measure. So yeah, I thank y'all. I'm happy to see Baba Wekesa looking strong.
It should have got me when I was down, brother.
We ain't gonna let that happen, Bobby. I told you, we got acres waiting for you.
I'm a resurrected brother now. I was already Mama Jawana, would you tell them, I'm going to use a phrase, and I want you to say something about it in relationship to your younger child. The phrase is polyphenol oxidase.
Oh my gosh, yes. So we have a little one, a little boy. He just turned 6 this summer, and he basically just started walking around the house with the whole polyphenol oxidase word. And we were just like, what are you saying? He's like, Jabea taught me that word. So in the melanin class, they were learning about the browning of the fruit and just how that's not a bad thing. That's the melanin. And so that's what he says now. He will just walk around the house. He loves the word. He knows what it means. And he will educate anybody that needs to know.
And he'll use it in context.
Yeah.
He'll use it in context on a regular basis. Like, all right, I get the point, man. The banana's brown. I know.
We've heard that over the years, especially when parents are homeschooling, the younger students listen in sometimes, even with the pledges, like the younger sisters and brothers learn the pledges. So it's just wonderful, so magnificent. Thank you all for all the love and energy